And okay, so let's go. Hello, this is Calypso and I'm with Slight here. This is the first episode of the CR podcast where we'll talk about things regarding the game and have discussions on them. On this episode, we'll be interviewing the video contest winners. First place winner Tinky, second place Maverick and Kuchiao, but Kuchiao couldn't join us on this interview, so we'll just have a discussion among the five of us. The third place winners Stormy, Tinky, Stormy, Yuri Boyka, and me, Calypso. And yeah, Slight, you wanna go ahead and start with the first questions to Tinky?
Yeah, and sorry for Chuchi if we are telling his nickname wrong, but I won't won't be able to do that. I think after I heard how it should be pronounced. But okay, let's go to the first winner, first place Tinky. I got some specific questions for you.
Sure.
We've heard you had not much time to record the footage. Does it take some specific approach from you to record the material for the video?
Well, first I need clips where I keep having 60 FPS. That's the main point. In some video, you can see that it's not that fluent, so you must keep 60 FPS during the clip. To edit it, it's easier to edit and smoother to watch. Then about how long I spent to get those clips, I guess I played 1 week before the contest.
Yeah, and I guess 1 week is not a lot of time to record material. Did you take more risks in the fights to get some cool scenes, some cool clips?
Yeah, of course. I'm always going on the next map when there is an SP, and I'm just fighting on the map until I make a play or I try to do something to make something happen. I'm not just staying on the map and playing safe.
Okay, I guess that sounds fair. Kali, another question for you.
So we are going to ask some general questions to all of you and some targeted questions for each individual. And let's go with one of the general ones. How much time did you put into editing your video, Tinky?
I think this one took around 30 hours of editing, I guess. Between all the crashes from Sony Vegas Pro and the real editing.
Yeah, it happens. And how much does it take for you per video on average? Did this one take longer than your usual?
Yeah, this one took longer because I did new things that I didn't know how to do first. But usually, it really depends. Some of my video just have 30 minutes editing and some others have 30 hours. So yeah, it really depends on how good I want the video to be and how motivated I am.
Mm-hmm. And how do you pick a song? And we've been seeing you use Grandson's songs on your videos recently. So what affects your music choice on editing?
Lately I've been choosing Grandson because a friend of mine told me about him and I really liked this kind of songs to edit on. But I don't really mind picking another type of song. I don't have a specific kind of song to edit. I just pick whatever I like. Usually I just put the YouTube playlist on random and it goes over, and the first song I like, I pick it and I edit on it.
Yes, that sounds nice. Intuition takes part in that.
Do you also have any favorite effects to use on your videos? One you are doing religiously on your every video?
Yeah, I always do the thing called magic bullet looks. This is the thing that changed the color. yeah, everyone using Sony Vegas Pro should know it. I think it's really awesome. And I use the effect called the Twixtor to slow down. It makes a smooth slowdown, because when you record with 60 FPS and you slow by, let's say, 70%, you go down to 20 FPS during the slow, and it's really not enjoyable to watch. So you prefer having a smooth slow, and the plugin Twixtor does it.
I see. And we'll get back to questions for you later on. And Maverick, let's go with you now. You're the second place winner of the contest. How much time do you put into editing? And was it your first video, or have you had any other videos?
Hi guys, it depends on the video we want to make. If we want something simple, it does not take long, but it is a video that has good level of editing, possible.
How much time did you spend on this one then?
3 days or 4.
Okay.
That sounds
That's
about
some
right.
work,
The
yeah.
quality of your video. Like we watched almost all the contest videos, and yours were your video was clearly your video clearly had some effort put into it. So, what do you consider when picking a song, and like how do you use the song to complement your gameplay?
It depends on what we want to do, but I consider the songs according to the type of gear I am using. For example, the G has a touch of speed, so I chose the song like a.
I see. Do you have any specific favorite effects to use?
I really like to make it look like a movie. I correct the contrast and increase the intensity of the colors.
I see.
Okay.
We'll get back to you after the other contestants' views on the general topics.
Okay, let's move on. Chuchi is not with us, so let's move further. Stormy, your video was kind of different different from others. And what was your inspiration for like a more cinematic approach? And how did you make it to look like sci-fi movie trailer or so?
Yeah, it was like a movie trailer.
Yeah, it was basically because I played maybe like a week or so before that. My account is maybe like 2 years old or so, but I played like, not even a week. So I hadn't that much clips on my PC. So I decided to make something like a trailer or like a server trailer with specific features from the server, like added missions or the balance between PvE and PvP.
And it's at the arena even.
Right.
Which is not used that often.
The thing is, I wanted to make, in the end, when the logo is shown of the server, like a list of specific things that make the server special. But to be fair or honest, there wasn't much time left because I started editing one day before the deadline. Yeah, it was basically like I wanted to make a video, but I know I'm a lazy person, so I took the opportunity to look at the contest and take the contest as a motivation to make a video. So yeah, that's basically.
And it turned out well for you, I think.
Yeah, as for 1 day editing, yeah, definitely.
So I was gonna ask how much time you had put into editing, but you already answered that question by saying 1 day, I guess.
Yeah, maybe like 6 hours or so. I don't know.
I see.
Didn't really count.
Did you look for any specific soundtracks or music while editing your video, like to make it more trailer-like?
Not really. Most of the time, when I decide to make a video, I look up videos and music and stuff. But this time, I had the soundtrack from Redout. That's a futuristic racing game. Already on my PC, and I always wanted to make something with that specific track. So yeah, it just fit perfectly, I think. And yeah.
Did you have any effects you were specially working on while making the video?
Maybe speed manipulation, because you can really easily hide frame drops when you speed up the footage a bit.
That's true.
Like 120%
I've fallen into that
or so.
illusion.
But slow-mos are always fancy. Maybe like color correction or color grading. If you make something like, modifying really the look of the basic game, and it looks more cinematic, you can really modify the game basically endless when you know how to. So yeah, I think speed modifications and color corrections are my favorites.
We have also more questions that we can discuss further on, but for now we'll go ask Yuri his specific questions targeted towards his video. So Yuri, your video won the third place in the video contest, and first question I'd like to ask you about your video is, it has many color and environment changes. Did you do this on purpose to bring some more variety to the video, or did you just wind it and it came out like that? Was it troubling for you to balance the colors on every part of your video?
Honestly, I didn't chose those clips on purpose. It's like I had those recorded from way before, some of them at least. And I just picked them because I liked them. They were fitting the song, in my opinion at least. And I had some troubles balancing the colors, and I think I didn't even do that perfectly yet in all scenarios. Like, I don't really like how the BMC part turned out. But in general, I think I had a lot of fun with messing with different environments, and I don't know. That's it.
Okay, I'll take it back from here, because your contest video was like few hours after. I'm not sure about the time, but it was like posted really quick. What's the secret behind that? Like, are you like Flash of the video editors or what?
I stopped the time, edited that in the time, and it actually took way longer than it should. But for real, I just had the video ready, and it was supposed to be released like a month before, but I forgot about it. I had it on my hard drive, and I just forgot
to upload.
Yeah. And then I saw the announcement for the video contest. I was like, wait, I had a video.
So basically, if you haven't forgotten about uploading the video, you may not won the contest.
Yeah, probably. Like, at this moment, I don't have any clips left, or maybe just a few. But if I would play, I would probably get more. But I mean, I'm not sure. I am just happy it turned out like it did.
Okay, then if you made the video like 1 month before, you may not remember that. But what was your inspiration for like choosing the song for this video?
Honestly, it was a new song at the point when I started
1 month ago, you
making
mean?
this. At the point when I started making this video, it wasn't 1 month. It was like a bit longer than that. Anyway, it actually took me a lot of time if you look in terms of days, because I was picking up the project, abandoning it because of university and other matters that I had to do. And in general, I actually spent, as I think of it, around 2 months between starting and finishing the video, and then another month before publishing it.
Oh wow, that's some like procrastination.
Yeah.
Lazy.
But still, it took me. I invested more hours than I suspected that I will invest into it, and I think it turned out pretty nice. I mean, I won the fifth place in the contest, so.
Okay, then again, another question for like everyone. What are your favorite effects, and why are you using same kind of plugins all over the place?
I don't know. Mostly because I'm lazy and I just know how to use those. That's why I'm repeating the plugins everywhere.
Yes, so you're really taking like safe approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, like using something you know better is better than trying out new stuff and perhaps sometimes failing to make good use of them.
I mean, at this point, I'm making a new video, not related to ChromeRivals sadly, but I'm making a video and I'm trying new stuff.
Nice.
So maybe that'll be my like training ground.
Okay, I got one more like serious question for you because of your inspiration. And what was it to use Comic Sans in the title? Don't you think like Arial Bold would fit better?
I mean,
Stalking.
I mean,
these my fans, dude.
If you finish the video like 1 month ago, you may not remember that inspiration, but Comic Sans, really?
Comic Sans is the font of geniuses.
It's not Comic Sans though.
It looks like it.
It doesn't matter. It's not.
Anyway, so aside the joke, how did you pick your song? Like, you seem to be using different songs for your videos, unlike some editors that are using like the same type of songs. And do you have any specifics for picking songs?
Mostly I'm just experimenting, and sometimes I'm listening to something and thinking, hey, that would be nice in a video, and then I try it and then it fails. But sometimes when I think that it will be good in a video, it turns out that I make a video to it, and that's pretty much how I made every video so far.
Okay.
Like first I have the song, then I have the video, and then I pick clips that fit the song, not song that fit the clips.
I see. Now, as I am the final third place winner, I don't think I can interview myself, so Slight will do it.
I'll take it back for you to not make it cringe.
So what you got for me?
I know how much time did you spend on the editing, but you could tell all the others.
I started editing the video the day the video contest was announced, and I had to play for some time to get some good clips because I had literally no clips in my reserves. So I spent 4 full days both editing and playing the game to get some clips that would fit into my into the video I had in mind. I had to actually seek out situations, like specific situations to use in my video. And it took like 10 hours each day of editing because I'm only newly beginning to make proper videos, as all my prior videos were just meme edits.
Yeah,
So,
right. So another question specific one this time. Why are you so proud of that Zerg scene in your video? I mean, I remember how hyped you were on Discord when you were recording this.
Well, unlike many of the editors and video makers in ChromeRivals, I'm running the game in a potato PC, so I don't have much hardware to record smooth clips, and like I'm always going with my recording software running. I'm using OBS because my GPU doesn't allow shadow play, and I can't really press a button and capture the last 5 minutes. So when I'm recording, I need to have good clips while I'm playing. So that was just sheer luck, actually. I was on infected area and I was recording. There were just 3 B gears on me after I killed an M gear. And I said, oh, this is the clip. This is going to be the major clip of the video. And I just pressed the Zork button and got those 3 B gears, and after that, I was hyped on Cross Nation chat too. Like, oh, I got it on video. I got it, and I'll use it on my video. So that's why I was pretty hyped.
Okay.
And it actually had a smooth FPS at that clip too.
Yeah, talking about FPS, you already said you got Potato PC. So, question to that scene in Coronado, which is like known as really badly optimized map. If that clip wasn't speeded up, we would see slideshow.
Well, it definitely wouldn't be smooth. I was hovering on 20-25 FPS on my B gear, and it had actually some frame freezes when I was shooting the gears. Like when I land an ABM, my game freezes for like 1 second or something, and I just had to speed that part up by quite a bit to make it fit in the video and not be a slideshow. So my video, unlike others, is at 30 FPS because of that too, and like as I said, you have to improvise, to make the video smooth when you have a potato PC.
Yeah, like so I get you had like some limitations in terms of editing as well. So
yeah, exactly.
Then what were your favorite effects to use? Because I can like understand how like slowdowns weren't like an option for you in many cases.
Mm-hmm. Well, my favorite as I said, this was my first time editing properly, so I just had to learn some new stuff and use it wherever necessary. I first started with changing the levels and contrast to make the game look a little bit nicer than it is. So I use that often in my video, like at least some color correction and some level changes on every part of the video. But my favorite effects of all would be just syncing, speeding up and slowing down the video to fit with the music I used.
Okay, so last question for you before we go to discussion part of the podcast.
Okay.
Why the song? It's not a new one.
Yeah, I mean, I was recently my music taste isn't that much modern EDM stuff. But I was recently listening to Cyberpunk 2077's soundtrack, and there were many dubstep, EDM, those bass boosted songs, and I was listening to Doomsday, and just the some parts of the song are going fast, some parts of the song are like have some kind of distortion effect, and I thought I could use that. As I was listening to that song, I was also thinking about in the same time, like this would make some great fast forwarded, like fast paced ChromeRivals video.
So a bit different approach from others, not like taking a song that you just like you were planning this ahead of the editing.
Yeah, because I like using I like making fast paced videos more than just slow down chill videos.
I guess because of the PC, but okay. Sounds fair.
Yeah, that's a limitation.
Okay, let's move to the open-ended questions, so everyone can answer them. If no one will try to answer them, we'll pick someone to start. First one, what do you guys think about other winner videos? And maybe if you want to talk about them, honorable mentions. And I'm looking at that Messenger's documentary.
Yeah, the National Geographic of CR.
On my side, I really liked the Calypso video because the transition were so smooth. He took like part of the landscape that was corresponding from one to another between clips. So yeah, the transition were really cool.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. And yeah, you go.
I had to seek the proper clips. Like I had that in my mind while recording the clips. Like I'm gonna go into the ground here and come up on other map in my video.
So you were adjusting the way you were fighting?
Yes, okay. Exactly.
That's some next level planning. I have never done something like that.
Yeah, I think I should do that in my next vid as well because this was really nice to watch.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, rediscovery of new methods of editing. It's really cool.
Yeah, actually, Kali's your video was my favorite out of the whole contest. Because of those transitions. As soon as I saw those transitions, I was like, okay, I'm defeated.
Yeah, I remember Yuri in Discord after you posted the teaser saying, I'm lost. I lost.
Well, the funny thing is I actually watched your video first, and if you were to ask me my favorite of all the contest videos, it would be Mavericks, I think, because the video just has so much effort put into it, and the execution of different ideas is perfect in my opinion. But my favorite parts of each individual video were, first of all, Yuri's transition in timestamp 0053, like from Pandia to BMC. I still remember that. I watched it and I was like, whoa, how can you make that transition so smooth? So I asked him on Discord what he used, because I was just learning from scratch too. And I tried to implement it in my video, and I think I did an okay job. And also another my favorite part is Tinky with his masking his gear and transitioning in between maps on the intermission section of the song.
Yeah, that's satisfying to watch. Really good part of the video. Oh,
That's quite annoying to do because you have to mask the gear on every picture. I mean, every frame you have to mask the gear, and that's taking quite a lot of time, a long time. But
and here I can like drop a tip for you if you can use it, because masking is generally harder in Sony Vegas, but it's like few times quicker in After Effects. But if your PC can handle that, because mine like crashes on idle with After Effects sometimes.
yeah, I am learning After Effects step by step, but this is quite long to get.
Maverick and Stormy, so do you have any favorites you want to speak and discuss about?
Yeah, sure. I liked Maverick's video, specifically because I'm really a fan of the split screen effect and the fact that he showed the lyrics to the song, which is quite unique, I would say. The only thing that triggers me a bit is that the line that separates both clips is
Isn't
above
centered?
the layer of the black bars. So it's a bit too far above the layer of the black bars. But besides that, it's a great video. And I think it's great because the pacing of ChromeRivals itself is a bit slow if you don't speed up the footage. So a split screen is a great way to show some action and more action as in one clip.
I'd like to add something to that split screen effect. Thing that triggered me in there was that the middle line wasn't like in high resolution.
Okay, yeah.
But outside of that, I think that was one of my favorites. So Maverick, what were your favorites in the contest?
Oh, I really like the Calypso don't say video. Very good skill, lighting, and coordination with music. I like it. And the Tinky video, very innovative. You won the first place while thinking.
Yeah, like well deserved, definitely.
I agree.
So guys, another open-ended question: when we can expect next releases from you? Because Tinky is like editing and uploading stuff. I wouldn't say regularly because you're not playing that active.
Well,
you were not playing that
semi-regularly.
actively. Yes, but some of the winners here like were new into editing. So can we expect something new?
Well, for me, I have a video with a specific music planned for a long time, but I just can't bring myself to start editing it because it's just a huge project I have in mind. So not soon, but there'll be a better video than my last one at some point.
So procrastination kicks in so far.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say yes, definitely. I have enough clips on my PC to make a new video, and I'm planning on doing another video. But I have no song for now, and the time. I mean, as I also said, I'm a lazy person.
Yeah.
And I gotta work also, so yeah. There's a video coming up for sure, but I can't say when.
So can you spoil us if it's gonna be like more mainstream video, like montage, or something like a trailer, or even something different?
Well, I'd say it's something more traditional. In my opinion, there's two videos of the game. One that's more cinematic, like basically like my trailer or similar videos, and videos that show off skill with less cuts and more skill involved. And I think my next video will be something like the latter one. So, a bit more skill involved.
In the honorable mentions, Put Your Hands Up's video was more of gameplay than editing too.
Yeah, I mean, it's for someone who plays well and it's new to editing, it's hard to like balance these two things out. And
True.
sometimes with like really bad clips with enough of effects, you can make also a good video. So it really depends how you wanna balance things out.
Yeah, it depends what you focus on. If you want more something like cinematic and trailer-like, you don't need that much skill in the clip itself. So you can focus on the editing and presenting the game, basically, and not your skill, your personal skill.
Okay.
As for my upcoming videos, Slide and Kelly know that my gameplay time on CR is a meme. And I'll put it this way, a new video will definitely come at some point, but first I'm gonna finish the project that I'm working on right now. And it's gonna take some time because I need to make clips. And to get clips of the stuff that I'm recording, it's quite harder than on ChromeRivals. So soon.
Hashtag soon, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Trademark.
Maverick, you're planning to make new videos?
Yeah, I'm working it, but I give you a date. Next week it will be ready. So
Ooh.
stay tuned to
Oh.
see it, guys.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's some good spoiler. So like
Also-
we are ready for it.
I mean, yeah, we are looking forward to it because, like, I knew Tinky has been editing in Tinky, Slight, and Yuri have been editing videos for quite a while, but I watched only your first contest video, and I had to check out the other videos on your channel. So, like, a new player doing regular editing in CR is like a definitely exciting thing.
Yeah, and promising on that level. Yeah, new guy making videos, definitely good thing.
Tinky, you wanna add anything?
On my side, I'm editing something new with Mido, like a feature. I think it's gonna be out during the month of May. Not sure exactly, but it will be cool to watch, I think. I hope.
Okay,
We'll be
so-
looking forward to it, as your previous collab with Meadow was one of the best videos I watched so far.
Yeah, definitely. So we got something to wait for. Another open-ended question. Chuchu is not with us, but what do you guys think about his video? If you can remember it and if you watched it even.
I'm gonna watch it again. I forgot a bit.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I have watched it for more than enough times actually, and the most interesting thing about his video is that he recorded all the footage in minimum settings, so he had less effects on screen and less to show in the detail of game, but he still managed to put out great work by editing the clips properly and using effects to compensate for the lack of effects in game, and thus actually increasing his FPS, making the video more smooth too.
Actually, yeah, I liked how he put that into in an intro that he played on minimum settings. He made it a big thing. And but what I don't think that it hurt the video, because minimum settings could bring some clarity to the clips. Like it's
True.
a bit easier to see what's going on.
And I think it was his first video too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I haven't seen anything
That's,
from him
some
too.
impressive stuff.
So, speaking about upcoming videos, this definitely wasn't the first video contest of CR, and I hope it won't be the last video contest, as Steph had talked about it too. Like, there's a big possibility that there will be more video contests, if not soon. At some point, there will be, and it's a great motivator for the new beginner editors and new content creators that want to start and pick up editing. So the question for you guys, the contest winners, is gonna be: do you have any tips for the new content creators and those who want to start editing from scratch without knowing anything, or even if they know anything, like beginner people?
I would mostly advise beginner to watch YouTube tutorials. Like, I've been spending days watching YouTube tutorials about Sony Vegas Pro when I was beginning. So that really helps.
I would suggest. I would give like only one suggestion to start with Sony Vegas and not anything else.
Yeah,
Because
Sony
there's
Vegas
so
is
much,
more beginner friendly.
Yeah, there's so many
really easy to
tutorials for this
understand.
one.
And honestly, I'd suggest asking the editors, like contest winners, or just people that make for tips, like in real time when you are making the video. As for me, I started editing not that long ago. It was around a year, I think. And I think that most of our editors are really friendly and helpful.
Definitely, like you can strike up a conversation with any content creator most of the time, and they'd be interested in helping you out when you are beginning, asking about effects or something like that.
Okay, actually, I got one more question for Tinky before we're gonna end the podcast. What were the E15s you chose as a prize, and why no Insanity Adrils?
It was two evasion armor for Big Ear because I wanted to play Big Ear again.
That's disappointing.
So that's why we have been seeing you on evasion lately.
Yeah, that's why. And because I've seen many Big Ear playing evasion, and that was really strong, so I wanted to do that as well.
Yeah, okay. But could you spoil what could you what could you choose if you wanted to? Like, did the stuff give you some limitations on the items?
Yeah, the limitation was, I could choose anything, but no glows, no special name, just the basic E15 item with the fixes I wanted.
Okay, now I'm like disappointed that were no like twin tails or something.
Can I add something to the last question?
Oh, of course.
Sure.
To the question about the tips for beginners, I would say first I would agree, use Sony Vegas. There are so much tutorials for Sony Vegas out there, and it's really cheap if you don't want the newest version. As someone who uses Adobe Premiere, I can say it's not worth it because I use it for work, but for private use only, I wouldn't use it because it's just too expensive. And you can basically do just the same with Sony Vegas. So just get Sony Vegas or Movie Studio for that matter. And look up some tutorials and just give it a go. I mean, we all have basically some cringy old videos on our accounts.
Definitely.
Yeah,
just give it a go, try out some effects, and if it looks bad, so what? I mean, just try it. I mean, we all had bad videos back in the day, so yeah.
Yeah, I would also like to add to that question, like, new editors and content creators should be willing to experiment with new transitions, new effects they want to use, and just try to make it fit, even if it doesn't change something a little bit, and try to improvise and come up with effects that you can use on your own. That's a great way of learning new stuff too. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Do you have any other questions, maybe to each other? Okay.
I don't think so.
I take that silence as a no. So we can go to the closing, Kelly.
Well, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this was the first episode of the CR podcast, and we are expecting to make more episodes on different topics and with different guests. So I'd like to thank all of you for participating in the pilot episode, and a personal opinion, I think this interview was a great success. So thank you for your contributions.
Yeah, and congrats on the winning.
Yep.
Okay, see you next time then.
And goodbye.
Yeah, bye. It was fun.